Hey everybody, welcome back to the Grips Archery channel, and today I want to talk about a new tool in my ground hunting arsenal. It's the Nukem ground blind. Let's talk about it. So, on my last video, I talked about my 3 tips to bow hunting from the ground. And first of all, I just want to take a minute and say, I don't know what happened, but that video took off. So thank you to all of you who commented. Welcome to my new subscribers. Really appreciate all the help that you guys put into that, because really, we all know how it works. You guys like and comment, that drives the algorithm, and that video took off. So big thank you to you guys. And apparently I reached the point where I can have members on the channel now, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but hey, I guess now it is. So I'll look into, for anybody who wants to join, I'll look into what kind of perks that gets you. I don't know yet. I haven't really done a lot of research, but anyway, big thank you to all of you guys, new subscribers, and all the people who commented. Lots of comments, and they were all overwhelmingly positive, except for maybe about 3. And I did my best to comment back to everybody. I figured if you took the time to comment to me, I should take the time to say something back to you. So big thank you to everybody. All right. So with that being said, let's continue on with this video. So this item I came across at the Mobile Hunters Expo last weekend in Dalton, Georgia. And I was down there working with the Mobile Hunter crew. I'm on the staff there to help run the show. And you know, it's also a show for me, because I get some downtime. I'm walking around checking out all the new stuff. And I know you're not supposed to talk about dates and whatnot in your videos, but we've got a show coming up this upcoming weekend in Wilmington, Ohio at the Roberts Center, August 22nd through the 24th. And if you're going to be in the area and you haven't already, you want to get your tickets to the show. It is going to be phenomenal. We have all of the latest and greatest. Vendors are going to be there with saddles and sticks. There's going to be, I think, I know Tacticam will be there with all of their stuff, not only their trail cameras, but security cameras and bird feeder cameras. They've got a lot of stuff. I know Elevate stands and Buzzard Roost, and it goes on and on. Latitude, Tethered. They're all going to be there. So there's even going to be a kayak testing pool. So you can actually take a kayak for a test paddle while you're there. And you'll find me there on Saturday. We're also going to have a 3D shoot. We're calling it the Dust Off, as in dust off your hunting bow. And we're going to have 3 flights, an indoor 3D, known yardage, bring your hunting bow. And I did another video explaining a little bit more about it, but it's going to be modified Fredbear scoring, and there's going to be a pretty serious payout for the individual who comes away on top. So I'll put a card to that video explaining, but take a look at that. It's going to be a great show. All right. So I think this, in kind of piggybacking off my last video when we talked about camouflage and concealment, I mentioned that if you had the time, it would be a good idea to go, of the three parts of concealment, camo, cover, and shadows, the concealment or the cover part, would be having brush and a blind out in front of you or a screen out in front of you. And I think that is where this item is really going to shine. I've been playing with it a little bit, and as I'll throw in some B-roll footage, and I apologize in advance. I know it would be more authentic in my B-roll footage if I camoed up, but it's 93 degrees here in Southern Ohio today. And I appreciate you guys, but I wasn't going to put on pants and long sleeve shirt just for quality B-roll. So yeah, I'm out there in my shorts and t-shirt. But you get the idea is not what I'm wearing. The idea is to look and see how this blind or this screen is going to function. So before we jump all the way into that, let's talk a little bit about the Nukem blind, and the nuts and bolts of it is very light. It packs into a small carry bag. It weighs, if you do just the single triangular panel blind there, it weighs about 3 pounds. You can get a regular size and you can get an extra large. The regular size is going to be used if you are sitting on the ground or if you're sitting in a very low chair, like a turkey chair, that kind of elevation. The XL, which is what I purchased, because as we know from the last video, I sit in that Millennium chair. I like to be a little higher up off the ground. So I bought the extra large, and it's going to be a little taller. So I have some numbers. The regular is going to be anywhere from 45 to 53 inches tall, depending on how wide you kick the legs. One advantage to this is you can set the height by widening the legs, the stance of those 3 points. And you can set the height that way to fit your needs. And it will fold up to 32 inches long. When you undo the stakes, you can get it in there down to a bag. It's 32 inches long. The XL will go to a height of 46 to 60 inches, and it will fold up to a package 38 inches long. When you go to their website and look at their different options, not only are they in different sizes, but you can also get your screen with the leafy camo or the smooth, the non-leafy camo. There are a variety of mossy oak camo patterns that you can choose from, and the extra large comes with the stubble strips, so that if you really want to go the extra mile, you can tuck in natural vegetation and plant life and branches and whatnot, and really add to the camoing ability of that screen. The regular size is going to retail for $119.99, and the XL is going to retail for $139.99. And if you are taking someone with you and you're wondering, well, that might not be big enough, you can buy what is called the double up package, where you get 2 of the Nukem blinds with a triangular panel that will fit in the middle. And I'll throw some pictures up here showing you what that looks like. And then you get a much wider screen in front of you. And so if there are 2 of you, or maybe even if you're taking someone in a wheelchair, they could definitely hide behind that screen. So setup is simple. It is just the bungeed together fiberglass rods. There's 5 you put together, and I'll throw in some video of me putting mine together. When I did this is about the second time that I put this blind together, or this screen together, and I'm sure with time and practice I'll become more efficient at it. But even so, it goes up pretty quickly. And then you can tuck down behind it. The advantages, I think it's going to be able to give you great cover. For me, when I talked about in my last video, taking time to go in and build up some cover, I think this item is going to save me from doing that. I won't have to take the time to pile up cover because I'm going to bring it with me. It goes very well on my chair, and I toyed with a couple different options, and you can see it's going to tuck right underneath the frame, underneath my PVC frame, and right on top of the pouch for the legs to that Millennium chair. I'm going to throw a couple gear ties on there, and I should be good to go. That gives plenty of room for my JX3 VersaPack to drop onto its frame. And of course, I've got my vinyl harness up front, and I'm ready to roll. That's going to be the way I'm going to carry it in. I'm sure it's going to make a little wider outside of my shoulders. That'll probably bump on a couple things, but I don't foresee that being a big issue. I really think this is going to be a viable tool to my ground hunting strategy. The other couple little advantages to it, if you're on the ground and you're set up and you need to get up and go, maybe you're in one of those spots where you're doing your thing and you just keep seeing deer about 50 yards away crossing, and you think, man, I need to move over there. You can grab it and go. And I've got a little video that demonstrates that. You fold up one stick, the center pole, bring them together, and it's still in its full length, but it's almost like a walking stick, and you can just take off, grab your bow, and go. I think that's a neat little advantage, and if you run into that situation. But most of the time, I'm going to be set up and still. You can, with the windows, you can have the windows up top. I can see through the screen. And of course, I can shoot, as I'll have in this video here, I can shoot through those windows. With a bow, you're naturally going to want it set out in front of you a little further, so your stabilizer isn't going to, depending on how long your stabilizer isn't going to interfere. With a gun, and during gun season, or with a crossbow, you can bring it closer, obviously, because you don't have that stabilizer out in front. And a gun barrel will simply go right through those shooting holes in the top. And as I'm getting ready to demonstrate in this video clip, you don't have to run it that way. If you don't want to have to mess with shooting through those openings, and you just know you want to shoot over or around the frame, you can widen the stance, drop the point, flip it around so that the screen is at the bottom, and now you have a full camoed point right in front of you that you just manipulate your bow around and shoot over top of that and around that point. So that's another neat little feature. I really think this is going to be a game changer when it comes to my setup. It will save me time for sure. I won't have to go in and pre-prep any of the ground blind spots. And we all know when you go into the woods, you might walk up on some sign in the middle of the season and think, man, I need to drop down and set up right there, but not have the time to go in and build up your cover. I think this Nukem screen, this ground blind, is really going to take care of that problem very easily. So I'm pretty excited about this one. I can't wait to get it out in the woods and try it out and see. And I'm thinking that combined with that ghillie hood, that's going to be about bulletproof when it comes to hiding from white-tailed deer. So there's a good possibility you might not even need the ghillie hood, as much as that hurts me to say, because I like my ghillie hood. So with that being said, guys, if you are interested in the Nukem ground blind, I've talked with the owner, Pat, and he's been gracious enough to give me a promo code to pass on to you guys for a 20% discount. I've talked with him. He said it should be up and live by the time this hits the air. So if you're interested, my promo code is Grip 14. For those of you who are fans of the channel, same promo code that I have for the JX3 products, Grip 14. Head on over to the Nukem website at nukemhunting.com and get yourself a screen. Tell them Grip sent you. All right. If you guys have any questions, as always, you can email me at gripsarchery@gmail.com. I will try to answer your questions as best as I can. And as always, as you know, you got to say it. Click like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.